Like what? Picture this. June 1969. The hotel keller on the 5th floor, overlooking the elevated highway and the Hudson River. I was sleeping off a bad acid trip. And I heard yelling in the hallway. And they said, Judy, Judy. And I thought, what is this? I went to the door, and this queen was, and I said, snap out of it, girl. What is it? And she said, and I said, I translated it, and I said, you mean, Judy, meet me in St. Louis, the Wizard of Oz, Easter Parade, A Star is Born, Garland? So, she had a newspaper, and it said that Judy's body was coming to New York. So I quick, changed, ran up the street, and I ran to Marsha P. Johnson. And I said, we want to go see Judy, but I don't know what to wear. And she suggested Sally Ann and Volleys. Sally Ann is the Salvation Army, and Volleys is Volunteers of America. And downtown, we have many chic branches. Then she told me to go to S. Klein on the Square, where they have discontinued lipstick and pantyhose. So cheap, you don't have to steal it. It was 10 cents a stick of lipstick, or 3 for a quarter, or 25 cents for the pantyhose, or 5 for $1. Well, I just bought the lipstick because I'm a liberated queen. So I made arrangements with Jackie Curtis, Candy Darling, and Holly Woodlawn to meet at Astor Place very early. They said they were going to take speed so they could stay up all night and make it in time, be first in line to see Judy at Frank Campbell's. Well, they were late. I went ahead, and then suddenly I got to 81st and Madison, and there was such a mob. I couldn't believe it. And I thought to myself, ooh, I scanned it, and I said, thank God Diana Vreeland wasn't here, or else she'd have a conniption. Wall-to-wall fashion victims. Now I know, in times of grief and mourning, you sometimes aren't always cognizant of what you choose to wear or how to do your face. But really, I mean, I was going to say to one of the women of both sexes, I couldn't quite tell, is take out your compact and check your face. But I thought, oh no, if they did, the mirror would shatter in 1,000 pieces, maybe they'd go blind. And then there was a young man with a program from Judy's last show at the Palace in a ballpoint pen. I had the sneaking suspicion he expected to say, I'm sorry you're dead, Miss Garland, would you autograph my program? And then there were 2 people that were dressed so similar. Oh, never mind, they're twins. And then maybe because an hour and a half under the sun, I was getting sunstroke, I heard Judy Garland singing to me. She was saying, somewhere over the road. Well, you know the song. But no, the line started to move. And zigzagging all the way street, some queen had a portable 45 player. Now, 45 records this small with a little glory hole in the center. And at one point we passed, and I said to myself, I'm going to scream out, try the flip side or shut it off. But I did because I was uptown, and I know how to be a lady. Well, finally we get in, and I'm composing myself, and I hear 2 queens say, one was saying, the coffin's too big, and the other said, they don't make Shamik coffin. Then, just as I was going to compose myself to view our patron saint, these queens, oh, excuse me, I mean, what? She didn't look so good in the coffin. I would have preferred meet me in St. Louis with the red bangs and hair down, and maybe a little tasty, lively red across the lips. But strangely, 5 years later, Candy Darling would be in the same place, and she had a gay makeup artist, a gay hairdresser, and a gay costume, and she looked like a movie star. At her private funeral, Tennessee Williams was dabbing his eyes. So, afterwards, I went to the Rambles, had a little puff, and then went back to Jake the drug dealer at the Hotel Keller to change. And when I walked up, oh, well, you don't need to know what I wore, it was cheap. So I went out on the street and the traffic was going on the elevated highway and I felt like Elizabeth Taylor and Cat in a Hot Tin Roof. I felt like Maggie Kent. And so I did the early shift at the trucks. It's very good for the chin. And when I signed up to Sheridan Square, I ran into Marsha P. Johnson and she said, "Garth, there's something happening at the Stonewall." Stonewall happened, Your Majesty.
Oh, that's a lot of information.